listened to bluegrass at all, you have heard those, I think of those kind of as two licks being strung together. Most of the time you hear it, there's like two extra measures between somebody coming out of the break and actually starting to sing. And the first part of that is the standard tag lick, the G lick. That is probably one of the first ones you know, and it's played 30 times every bluegrass song. But it's the one that starts on the, if you're in G, starts on the third string open, and it goes like this. So if you don't know that one, you want to go back and learn that, because to be a bluegrass player, you definitely need to know that lick. The second part of that is what I might consider the second most important G lick. And not only can you play it in that space between somebody coming out of their break and starting to sing, you can also substitute it for that standard G lick just about any place that it happens. And to me, I like it a little bit more because it can be a little more dynamic, a little more flashy, and it's up a little higher. So instead of, well, let me give you an example. Let me start I'll Fly Away. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away. So that's the standard G lick. Here's the way the one I'm getting ready to show you goes. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away. So it can be put in almost any place the standard G lick can be put in. This new lick can be put in. And the way it goes, it's you're hammering on, and some people just kind of think of this as a roll pattern, but I'm thinking about it in terms of licks and substituting in for certain space of time. Usually about a measure is what you would want to have to put this in. But you hammer on to the third, from second to third fret on the second string, and then that starts your roll. Okay, and then you go to the first string, and then you go 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. And then you come back and do a pull off on the third string. Let me play it a couple times for you real slow. Let me kind of play it up to speed so you can hear it, and then I'll slow it down. I think that might be the best way to do it. Okay, and then for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to kind of stick to that, even though there's lots of variations you can do on it. Once again, you do the hammer, and then you do 2 forward rolls, and then you kind of stop the forward roll after the first string and go back and do a pull off, the 2 to 3 pull off on the third string. Excuse me, the 3 to 2 pull off on the third string. Remember, if you want to add more power to it, you can always end with the first and the third string open, which I did in another little video. Try it one more time. And maybe I'm going to put it in a couple more songs so you can hear it. And a lot of times there's if you end the first note of the measure is the third string open, the G, then you wait, you let that be a quarter note, and then you come in with, and don't hesitate to really get a lot of snap and power on your hammer on. You don't want to drag it out. You want to play it with a lot of power. Okay, because most of the time you're using it to fill a hole. One of the songs we sing is The Old Crossroads, and it's great because it's got space to do lots of fills and tag licks, but it goes something like this. Oh, my brother here this morning. And it comes back in with, don't let old Satan hold your hand. But the thing you want to know when you're doing a fill, and you're filling the space there, not every song is suited such that it has a lot of space. You want to be thinking about if there's about a measure there to fill in. Let's try another one. Riding on that new river train, riding on that new river train. So that, and almost even if the song doesn't have room for the fill or that lick in the middle of someone singing, it almost always does at the end of either the verse or the end of the chorus, or before somebody comes back in and starts singing it again. So any place you can put that standard tag lick, think about adding this new one. And once again, you string those two licks together on almost every bluegrass song in between a break and starting, someone starting to sing. Let me think about 9-pound hammer. I'm a 9-pound hammer. So you see that, and there's always that space to string those two together. If you have questions, let me know, and I hope that gives you a little something else to think about and try to add into your playing.